I don't know exactly where to begin. I can edit this part out. That's fine. Anyway, we're here to discuss your experience with the Swim Buddy and what brought you here and how you became familiar with it and all that. And then, of course, feedback and what you would suggest maybe for other parents.
Absolutely.
So, first question, of course, tell us how you became familiar with the Swim Buddy, background of your swimmers, first exposure to the Swim Buddy, and successes that you've had.
Okay. About a little over a month ago, I took my kids who've never had a swim lesson before with the little life vest.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had a life vest on. We went to a little pool party for a birthday. My son got in, then my daughter got in, and then my daughter went face forward with a life vest on and did not try to come up. She was unable to get herself up.
And it's terrifying.
Yes. I reached down, I pulled her back up, and at that point I said, I've got to do something now. I can't live with this. I've got to get her into lessons. My neighbor had a 2-year-old son and a pool, so she had used angelfish and said, you've got to see Miss Marcia, but all the instructors are great, but Miss Marcia was the one who helped her son. I said, okay, all right. Went on the website, immediately signed up for lessons, and we've been coming here, and we've got every Saturday. We're going to be here for a very long time, but we when here we put the Swim Buddy on, and my son has become a fish. So he went from being able to keep himself above water and he's 5, to now he can swim with the assistance of the Swim Buddy.
Across the pool and everything else, I'm sure.
Yes, everywhere.
And what was the length of time for that change, do you suppose?
It was within the 30-minute lesson that we had, the first lesson. Yeah, he was great. Okay. My daughter, who again try to save herself, she fell in that life vest and didn't come up out of the water. She had it on, and she was going from side to side in the pool in the very first lesson.
Okay.
And now, after a month of lessons, and that's just the 30 minutes for each kid on Saturdays. We went to the same group of families and stuff for a pool party.
Where that incident happened.
Right, same place. We put them in the pool with the Swim Buddies on. My son is everywhere, and I was just able to monitor him. I didn't have to be next to him or anything. He was good. My daughter got in. I'm like, oh, okay. She got in all by herself without a teacher at that point. I was like, okay, let's see. She got in and just swam everywhere. It was fine. All the parents were like, oh, because they were all around the pool too, waiting.
The incident happened the first time. Yeah.
And they were all waiting again to see if she was going to be successful. Right. And I said, no, let's see how she does. I appreciate you. And we were all sitting there, and she got in the pool and she swam around, and everything was fine. And they were all asking me, what in the world is she wearing? Because it didn't immobilize her arms. It allowed her to move. It allowed her to put her face in the water, but she wasn't like gulping in water or anything like that, because again, she'd been taught how to blow bubbles and maintain herself on top of the water. So they're like, where in the world do you go? Because this is a completely different kid from a month's time.
Right. And after one lesson, basically.
Right. Yep.
So very good. You probably already answered this one. Would you consider your child to be safe swimming in the water now using the Swim Buddy?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep.
Was it comfortable for your child to wear this?
Yes, they love it a lot better, because again, it doesn't hold, like if they do the little the floaties or the ones that wrap around that have the arm thing too, they were very uncomfortable. And then with the life vest one, it snaps in between their legs, and like trying to move and stuff, it was very uncomfortable down there. So this allows them to have free movement of their arms and legs to be able to swim and get around, grab a wall if they needed to, whatever. They're safe and comfortable with it.
And you find it easy to put it on?
Yeah, so it's just easy wrap
very
around.
Simple.
Yep.
No problem with them trying to take it off or anything like that.
Nope.
They kind of like
they don't play with it. They don't move it around or anything. It just stays there, and they're on their own.
Okay. You just answered like 3 or 4 of my questions, so that's good. Would you recommend it to other parents and children learning how to swim?
Absolutely. I told all the parents about it, gave them the, your business information as well. So they were very interested in it.
Okay, so now we're going to take this one step further. If you had instructions that were provided to you on some of the things that we do here to get your child swimming using the Swim Buddy, do you think you could do it pretty much by yourself using some of those techniques if they were explained properly to you?
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
That's extremely important. And then last but not least, anything you want to add as far as people who may be interested in this product?
They need to get one. I'm a huge believer, because I've seen what went wrong very quickly with other products. And so with this now, I know that my kids are safe. I don't have to be holding on to them or being right next to them. They have the freedom to be able to move away from me and swim on their own. And then I would also recommend, obviously, your swim school.
Absolutely. That too, certainly. So you consider this to be sort of a unique product. There's nothing else like it that you have
Yes.
found on the market. Okay.
Nothing like it.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll talk to you soon on that.
Thank you.
You bet.